Hello, you've caught us on the other side of the world working on UrbX Warriors. Mad as it is, we're still beavering away to get the game finished for you to play. My job at the moment is to get all these levels edited and designed, and we're getting through them. There's lots of levels. I'll show you a quick preview of what we've got to do. We've got, this is my master folder list, so you've got the four areas there. Lots of plans afoot, try and get them out. So we've got like lots and lots and lots of levels of edits. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm literally just going through, constructing them in our map editor, adding extra tiles to it, and then testing. So what I'm going to do, I'll do a quick test now, and then we'll cut the video in so you can see what it is. So if you just bear with me, I'll do that now. So it's been quite a full-on project. We haven't really done as many updates as I know some of you'd like, but it's because we've been really busy, and it's a bit of a dilemma because we don't want to show you everything we put in the game because then there won't be any surprises. So we thought it was probably best to leave some of the stuff off, and then when you play it, you'll be surprised and hopefully amazed at what we've achieved on the old Spectrum. So let's get that running. So my little work system here is I do the editor, then I export the file, then I desynchronize to the game folder, and then I run it, and then I can test. So it's quite a little, I don't just export and play. So it's, and then we can do the old testing. And I'll run it onto the screen. So this is an edit. This is a level I've been working on at the moment. It's a whole new graphics tile set. The way the game's set up, we've got 3 types of maps in the game. So you've got like your main kind of maps, which are kind of almost like junction maps, and then within that you've got the like link maps, which vary depending on what it picks a random map to go to, and you've got room maps, which is probably where most of the action takes place. They're more smaller, more concise, and there's lots of more variation in them. So right, so this is what I'm working on at the moment. So I'll bring it over to this monitor so you can see it. I'll cut in anyway when we do the edit, and let's do that. So now, because this is our special test version, we can do this. We can do all the level selection, which is pretty cool. So let's go into that one. So there you go. So this is one of the maps I'm working on. You might just be able to pick that up. And just literally, all it is just testing and testing and testing and testing. And some things you put in and you think that doesn't quite work, and other times you put it in, it works straight away. Unfortunately, it's not like a given science. You just keep going until it feels right, and you'll know when it feels right because you play it. It feels good. I mean, like putting a crate in, you might put it in one part of the map, and then it don't work. So you have to move it a few tiles up or a few tiles down. And the same with the contents. You put the contents in, you think, yeah, that needs like some gold coins or it needs some food. But the cool thing about this system that Tony's written is that I can go in and I can put different numbers in depending on what we want. So for instance, if you're playing with a boy character, you can have a special pickup for the boy, because if you're playing with a girl, it will put a different one in for the girl. So there's a bit of variety in the gameplay. But the really cool thing is we've got a seed number at the start, which is a number from 1 to 4, and basically you can assign a number to an object, and it will give you the percentage that will appear. So for instance, if you wanted like some cherries to appear, but you wanted a 25% chance of that object appearing, you'd make it 1111, and then it would be a 25% chance because it will generate the number at the start and it will match that number. Likewise, if you wanted, say, a 50-50 chance of getting a pistol, you'd do like 1122, so there's a 50% chance out of the 4 numbers. And that's another thing that takes a bit of time because you're going through all the maps and you're kind of editing it, and you think, well, tweak that, adjust that. And again, it's all time. But we are moving forward with it, and we are trying to do updates when we can. I don't really like putting updates out just for the sake of it, because it's like, it feels a bit kind of false. We're just putting it out there for the sake of it. But we thought we'd do a little video today, just so you get an insight into what we're doing. Anyway, without me rambling on even more, let's have a look at this level. So I've got this little level, so I can do this, and I've got all the levels in the game. So let's do that. So this is the one, so we're testing this one. And it is literally me going through, editing, and then seeing what it's like. Now this is one of the new characters in the game. He basically is a little zombie, and he will chase you. And he's a bit cheeky because he will just follow you all over the place, and so you've got to outrun him. So, But recently I've been putting these new smash walls in for this tile set. And this area is just before you get inside the ruined city. So it's kind of on the cusp of what you've seen in the demo. So the outside bit in the demo, when you complete that sort of tile set in the game, you'll then go into this bit. So it's kind of not quite undiscovered, but you know, it's still quite sort of derelict. And then you get into the next bit, which is far more like this. So this is one of the other levels. We've got switches in the game and all sorts. So yeah, so that's our little update, and I'll hand you over to Tony in a minute, and he can give you an update on what he's been doing with the code.
So what have I been doing? Mostly working for Stu. So Stu is like he's effectively in the lead position in a way because he's designing the levels. So as he's doing stuff, he goes, "Oh, can we have something for this, or can this be fixed, or I've got an idea for another object or another baddie." So basically, I'm fielding these requests and just filling them in really for Stu. That's most of my life now, and I reckon I'm probably 90% done on the code, which is good news. What have I done? I've done the big boss. I've done one of the big bosses, which was like probably the hardest thing I've done in a long time. That's done and working. You reckon that's good, Stu?
Yeah, it's really looking good. We're dying to show you it. I'll come round and talk because it's a bit dark. Yeah, I mean, we've got it all sort of working. We're just tweaking the final bits of one of the big boss levels, but we don't want to show you it because we want it to be a surprise when you play the game. You know, and that's the thing, isn't it? We want to show the game off, but we want to leave surprises for you because if you've seen it, you won't get that kind of wow factor when you play it. So we're just trying to keep a lot of stuff back and only show you little bits. So yeah, but it's very good.
It's good. It is good.
It's bloody hard.
Bloody hard.
It's
yeah.
bloody challenging.
Yeah.
So yeah, it plays well though. It's proper arcade stuff.
One thing we didn't have in Broken Sword was boss battles. So it's a new skill.
Yeah.
But yeah, pulled it off, I reckon. So, what have I got? Another big one of those to do. And
we've got another big one to do.
Another big one.
And we've also got, in the demo that you've played, we've got the slime boss in there, which is a very early version of the final one. So that's going to be expanded for the full game, which is one of the last ones we're going to be coding up for the game, because it's just a very simple one currently in the game. But the big one will be more involved. You need a lot more skill to defeat it.
Smart it up a bit.
Yeah, smart up. We've got a few design things to add to it. But the boss we've just finished has been a lot of work. It's taken about 2 weeks to do all the graphics, and about 3 weeks to do the coding.
3 weeks of hard coding.
Yeah. And bear in mind that's on the test version for the PC and the actual Z80 Spectrum Next code version. So, which is that's the way that you do it, isn't it? Do the concepts in PC.
Prototype.
Yeah. And then we get that right, and then he looks forward to the Z80. He so looks forward to the Z80. It's like, oh no. But he goes all quiet when he's doing the Z80 because he's like deep in thought and all these registers and stuff. And it's like, yeah. So, but it's a lot of work that bad.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. So I'm going to sit back over there because my knees are hurting. Is that anything else? I can't think of anything else.
No, not a right lot. It's just finished it off really. Tweaking. Tweaking. It's all about tweaking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Polishing. So yeah, a bit of boss work and a lot of polishing. That's the job now.
Yeah, we got a few like things to put on which may sort of little presentation issues and things like that. But we're leaving that till the end so that we can get the gameplay as we want it, and then we can go back and then just polish all the little bits and pieces up, and then hopefully, providing it goes through test all right, it should be all right. I mean, we've been quite lucky because we've been putting the demo out, which has always had updates to the core game code, isn't it? And that seems to work wonders, finding bugs. So, and we haven't really had that many serious bugs. I think we've kind of found most of them earlier on, didn't we?
It used to be quite a lot. It used to be quite flaky, and slowly they've got taken out. So
yeah,
I mean, there'll always be new ones going in, of course, as we tweak things for memory and stuff. But it's a lot more stable than it was.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. There's always the odd one that creeps in, but most of the time we find that it runs as we intended it to. But we've got people testing it who are playing it in an unconventional way, so we can see all the weird things that people do when they play the game. Rather than what we do, where we test features out and play it. When you do testing, you kind of do all the things to break it, so which is good for us because then we can find issues that we wouldn't normally notice. But so far we've been pretty lucky. We haven't really found anything that's majorly unfixable or major headache stuff. It's been pretty straightforward. So yeah, so basically that's where we are.